Right. So I know we have a diverse group here. We're all part of the beauty community, but everybody kind of has their own niche. So I kind of want to just kind of take a poll and kind of see who is here today. For those of you that do hair, do we have any hair people in here today? Hey, hair people. What about like nails? Any nail people? Oh, hi, nail people. Okay. I love your nails, by the way. Yeah. I was like, she has to be a nail tech for sure. And then is the rest of you guys estheticians? Okay. A lot of estheticians in here. What else do we have? Makeup or tattoo artists? Okay. We have quite a few. Is there anything else that I didn't name off that's here today? Lashes. Okay. I still consider that esto, though. Makeup artist, still esto, but well, it's really good to see everybody in a room together. A lot of times when we come together, usually it's specifically just for one type of niche. So I love that we can all come together in this event today and really kind of just celebrate what it is that we do. Because we do it in this granola city of Seattle. Like, we still out here all fashionable and are all black for most of us, or all white. I see you, girl. No, you did, but you was like, I'm going to be a butterfly today. But so today I really wanted to talk to you guys about trends and mastery. It's something that's been kind of on my mind for a little bit now. And knowing that we were going to have a time to be together, I really wanted to talk to people about like what mastery is. So I'd love some audience participation. Obviously, I asked you guys some questions. Does anybody know what mastery is? No hands? Somebody? Throw something out?
You're an expert.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Well, that definitely kind of goes on trend of what I'm talking about today. So I'm going to get into it. But today I'll be talking about trend or not to trend. I think that's a big thing that we're hearing right now. I mean, we've always heard this ever since we've all been in school. But trending, like, is that something we need to be doing or is it not? But mastering your craft is really going to tell you if we should trend or not. So I wanted to start off by talking about what a trend is. And I was actually hoping that nobody's seen what this was because I kind of forgot to take that off. But a trend is a prevailing tendency that is gradually gaining momentum and might have long-term implications. So that's, super fancy to just say that it's like a steady, constant gain. It's different from a fad, which is a short-term burst of interest or way of being. I think a lot of times in the beauty realm, we definitely interchange trend for fad or vice versa. I think fad just sounds really like outdated. But when I looked into it a little further, obviously a fad is going to be different than a trend. So a fad is really like just a short-term gain. You're not mastering your craft. You're not looking deeper into what it is that you're doing. And you're not necessarily getting a lot of followers. You're just getting a short burst. So I kind of wanted to break that down a little bit. So I wanted to look at 3 different areas. We have hair, we have skin, we have nails. And I want to look at how these are kind of trending looks in each area right now. Can anybody see any of like the trends that are happening right now? Just like shouting out some of the things that you might notice that might be trending right now. Hey, that's a good one. Hey, what was it?
80s perms.
80s perms. Okay. Yeah, the perms are really coming back right now. They really are. Anything else outside of the hair realm? Yes, graphic eyeliner. That one's a big one. I love it. Nail work. Does anybody see anything with the nails and any trends?
Short, natural color.
Yeah, that's definitely something. Neons are definitely back. We see a lot of like hot greens and hot pinks and things, and I love that. A lot more play in color. Definitely, I would say the shapes of hair have changed. So you can see that we're like in that shag stage. People love to call it the wolf. That's what it's called now. Definitely, like you were saying, the neons, or you could say like a nod to disco. So a lot of like iridescence and like this like, what can I say? I guess disco ball effect. Like we all want to glitter. So I just wanted to point that out and kind of show us like this is what's trending right now in these areas. Yeah. So trends exist because they satisfy some very basic needs in all of us. The need of communicating social identity and the collective need for making sense of the world. So when we think of trends, we can kind of think of it more so as a basic need. It's not necessarily just something that everybody has to go grab, but it's something that everybody needs. So I just kind of wanted to share that one as well, so we can really kind of see this is a quote from Maria McKinney, I believe her last name is. She's a research scientist, and she's worked with athletes and many other diverse groups to kind of understand more so what trending is. And at the end, in the root of it, she found out that it's really just like basic needs for connection. So that was another piece. So when we look back at this, I kind of already touched a little bit on it, but you can see that as these are like trending looks right now, they're also a look from the past. And that's what also makes it so strong and appealing. Like I said, this is what they call the wolf nowadays, the haircut. But we all can definitely see this as a nod to like the 70s shag. Like this is a classic cut. As well as like the color, like the curl pattern. It's definitely showing like that freedom that you could really see in like the 70s with everybody wanting to be a little bit more free about like how they want to live. You can see in the eyes, like it is graphic liner, but it's definitely a nod to like the 20s and the 60s and how those were classic shapes that were in the eyes. Same with the colors. Those were the pastels, the really soft colors. They're back again, but it's being really strategic about your placement. And you can see that with the 90s like lip liner that everybody's going real heavy with as well. Along with the classic nails. Like it's definitely a classic shape. What the new trend is adding on more adornments to our nails. Like before it was a lot more basic. And in various areas, you can see that maybe we were like, okay, let's go for a pattern, or let's go for a sticker. But you can see like nowadays we've combined all the classics and we've created a new trend of let's put everything together and see what makes us happy. I don't know where I'm pointing at, so where am I supposed to point? All right, so this is my segue into fundamentals. So we can see that trending work, it actually isn't just whatever's really cool. It's really about the classics. And what that takes us to is our fundamentals. And those are the things that we learn in our basics classes. Those are the things that we've repeated and done over and over and over again, and maybe sometimes get monotonous at times, but that is what's going to set us apart from others when we can do the classics really well. Can I get the next slide? So, fundamentals of mastery. I wanted to outline this for us. That's going to be skill, practice, focus, inspiration, commitment, goal, and support. You want to go to the next one? So there's a couple of formulas that can kind of break down those fundamentals. And the formula to success was created by Dr. Angela Duckworth, another research scientist. And she created this formula that says practice plus effort equals skill. So we all have gone through some kind of training to give us the practice or understanding of what to practice to gain the skills that we have today. So we put in the practice, we practice, and we put in the effort, and that's what gives us our skills. Our skills plus our effort is going to equal our achievement. So we all have been practicing and putting effort into something, so we've gained that skill. And then from our skill, we're going to add even more effort, and that's going to give us an achievement. And that's how come we're all in this room today, because we've all achieved something and seen something and wanted to continue to grow. Next slide. The formula to mastery is going to play off of the formula to success. So it's going to be like the next level of success. Like you were saying earlier, mastery can be thought of as expert, somebody that's been there, done that many times. So the formula to mastery, this is what I came up with, is our achievement method with exponential inspiration, commitment, support, and that's what's going to create mastery. So I say it's exponential because your inspiration is always going to change. You're going to go through many phases of your life where different things are going to inspire you. I mean, from hour to hour, you can be inspired by various different things. From day to day, you can be inspired by different things, year to year, decade, and so on. So you want to continue to find what inspires you, what sparks joy in you. And that can be anything. It doesn't have to be just within the beauty realm. It could be something within nature. It could be something that you ate. I heard you guys talking about food earlier. It could be your family, your kids. It could be anything that gives you joy and continues to give you that imagination to grow. Then you're going to have to put that commitment into whatever it is that joy has sparked. It's given you some kind of dream or idea, but you're going to have to put that into a commitment of how you want to channel that into your craft, into your skill. And as much as we want those two things, and we may already have that, the inspiration, the commitment, we've been practicing, we have our skills, we also need support. And that support can be ourselves. Well, first of all, it always needs to be ourselves. We have to support ourselves. We have to look at ourselves and say, hey, I am an important person. I do important things, and I will continue to do the things that I was supposed to do here on earth. And that's first. And after that, you need support from other people. And those are the people that are going to be closest to you. If they're not supporting you, then sometimes we just kind of have to let them go. Because we have to support ourselves, and if they can't support us, then we can't be a part of that partnership anymore, or the lack of partnership. So we have to find a good, strong support system that will continue to help us grow. Like I said, these are an exponential. It's not just adding these together. It's the achievement we already have with our skill and our practicing that we also need to add in squared. That means not just double, but that's quadruple. That's, to the 10th power. We continue to strive and push for it. And that is what's going to be mastery. Next slide. So I want to kind of leave us with Coco Chanel's quote here. Beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself. So remember to always be yourself and always push for the things that you want to do in life, because that's going to show the true beauty that lies within. You can do the next slide too. So I know I said that was the last one, but I also do want you to think about this too. What beauty trend do you want to be known for? And I want to leave with you guys that last piece. Thank you. I didn't say this, but does anybody have any questions or thoughts? Anything they'd like to share with us about maybe something they learned today, even if it was earlier today from a demo or from somebody else's speech? Yeah. Ooh, what beauty trend am I known for? I'm known for I guess when I think about it, a lot of times I'm known for natural beauty. So whatever that means to somebody. Irina said that I'm holistic, and some people think of me as holistic. And when I think of myself as holistic, I think of it more as like mind, body, soul connection versus like the newest berries and juices on the market. So yeah, I would say like my trend is like natural beauty. Thank you. Anybody else have anything else they want to share?
What's your favorite service that you like to do?
My favorite service. Okay, it's funny because like people ask me this all the time, and it's always really difficult because I do so many different things. Like she said, I'm a cosmetologist, an esthetician, and a nail tech, and I just got licensed as what did I get licensed as? An instructor. So I've practiced all of those different things, as well as really like went into every like niche of those markets. And when you asked me that just now, I was just thinking brows. Like, I absolutely love to do brows, but I don't tell that to many people, so you guys are very select few bunch of people. So, yeah, don't tell everybody, but yes, I love to do brows. Thank you. Does anybody else? Go ahead.
When you went to cosmetology school, how different was it than aesthetic school?
Oh, my gosh. Whew. That is a good question for sure. So are you dual licensed?
I have 5 licenses.
Okay. Wow. Okay. What's your 5 licenses?
I spoke before you.
Okay.
I'm a master esthetician, instructor, laser tech, all things.
Okay.
License.
Nice. Awesome.
Educator.
Yeah, that's exciting. Cosmetology and esthetician, it's funny because cosmetology actually does include the practice of skincare.
Right.
Cosmetology, as many of us may know, is the practice of hair, skin, and nails. And I was introduced to esthetician work through cosmetology. And I did more facials, I feel like, or more understanding of the spa atmosphere and really about relaxation and like coming to self through cosmetology. Whereas esto work, I feel like it became more of vanity. But it was still a lot of fun. And so the difference I would say is cosmetology taught me more about the science and to really follow the science, where esthetician work told me how to do the service. And it showed me the plethora of services and the ways out of just like your typical beauty realm of being in the salon or spa. Like you said, working with like lasers and things like that, you don't think of, or a lot of people don't think of, because I mean, obviously I know now, but like, yeah, working with lasers, like that's pretty cool. Like who else gets to work with lasers like in our profession? Most of the time people just think that we're at Mac Beauty Counter or, you know, we work for Supercuts or something like that. So the difference.
It's quite different, like cosmetology, like 20 years ago versus like what aesthetics is now. It's like this huge, like
Yeah.
I've been in the industry a long time like me, and I try to explain what the difference is to my students, so I was just curious here.
Yeah. But also, it's always going to be what the person wants to take away from it.
Exactly.
Because the student can have, well, a student's going to have many different instructors no matter what. There's just going to be a lot of people that are teaching you. And it's really what you connect to and what you want to build with. And kind of back to what I was talking about, it's like the support you create within yourself to want to know more or do more. That's really going to be your difference, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Does anybody else have anything to add or share? You don't have to be shy. Anybody in the back? Well, thank you so much. It was a delight to be here today. It looks like we're going to do a little raffle here.